All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Kakadash, that will understand the apostles at Great Millstone. Salute to you, brothers, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. What we got on the screen here is an image I had found a couple of, we're going back, probably 2011 or something like that. Probably before that, but I think it was before that, but 08 or something. No, 09 or 10. But anyway, I hadn't done a video on this image. Now, this image is of two like knights in England, in those, more remote parts of England where, you so-called Negroes, you never are, you never go there. And if you do go there, you're going to get looked at like you got four heads. But anyway, as you can clearly see, and I haven't got the name of this image anymore because I've been transferring this file from a laptop to a phone to, as I've, moved around over these years. And most of the laptops I've had, they don't even working. The recent laptop I've got right now, it just broke down the other day. So, half the files on it, but I know how to extract them. But this is the kind of stuff that happens. But anyway, I've got this image, so I just don't have the information of where it's from. Now I'm going to do some digging. I'm going to try and find some new stuff as well, because there was a lot of stuff I was finding I never really got to. But what's important, what I'm doing now is I'm doing a video on a lot of these old icons that I've got stored up in my phone. Now this is in England, in a shire somewhere, and you've got a lot of cathedrals and small churches and taverns and places in England where you got a lot of these statues, but it's hard to find because it's not out there like that, man. Now in this image you can clearly see, and you got this Edomite woman there, and she's standing next to these statues, and you can clearly see that they're so-called Negroes. And there's just this stuff, he likes to say, on the comment boards, a lot of these scoffers ain't saying anything anymore, but they used to say, run their mouth a lot and just, laugh and stuff like that. But, if you actually check out the carvings and the tombs and all that, it's clearly so-called Negroes. Now, if you can see this Edomite woman, right, you can see that these two knights, I believe the knights, the guy in the cat on the left, he looks to me like he's got a sword. He's in the knight apparel. And the individual on the right, But anyway, you can clearly see, if you look at his face, the individual on the left and on the right, you can clearly see they've got the so-called Negro, features. Thick lips and, broad noses and things of that nature. And you can clearly see how there would have been hue on the statue. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this out. And I'm going to try and bring out, some icons every day if I can, Lord willing, for the Spirit. But this is in England. Now, like I said, these places, they're in remote places near villages and farms where Edomites are, where there's nobody around, and it might be a lot of, Edomites with money and stuff that live out there, man. Those real, Freemasons, man. Devils that in control of parishes and different things, man. Devils that are involved in that sort, involved in the craft. And that's why you Jakes, they live in the nice parts to where you so-called Negroes are not. Now I want to show two things quickly. And so this is just an idea. Like if you look in the back of this picture, there's nothing but green fields. You can't get there. You got to drive down these country lanes, and they'll have these statues in these buildings. They'll have these statues in these buildings and stuff like that. And these are just, they ain't, they won't be as famous as Tower Hill, but they're there, and they're renowned, but it's not advertised for you so-called Negroes, man. So um, you wouldn't know about this stuff. And it says Great British Cathedrals, because as you can see, it's in the middle of nowhere. Like the shires, you know, like we say, Shropshire and Devonshire. But anyway, let me go here and then bring out a quick scripture just to go into this point right quick. This is the book of Job 9:24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" So as we know, Esau Edom is hiding this information. They're not gonna do a special on the History Channel and go around England and show all these icons, are they? So you know what, we're gonna have to do it. Now I've done a few videos. We went up to the statue, King James's grandson, Black Boy. That's what his nickname was. Which you had the Dark Prince, Edward the Dark Prince, Fulk the Black. There was a lot of people with those names. Even in a lot of there's places in England called the Moorlands and stuff like that. So it's filled with the truth, but it's hidden. It's hidden. Now this particular image, I had found it on a real backdoor website, man. You know what I mean? It's the the pages that are on. It's the the Edomite web pages are on. It's like it was made on a computer from 2000, early 2000s or something like that, man. It don't look updated, and so they're old web pages, But anyway, I'm scrolling through this, and you can see these knights. I believe they're both knights, and person on the right look like they're in some type of a Zen position. But if you look at the faces, so I mean, I don't really know what else to say on this. Lord willing, this was edifying. But here we see a common case of Esau hiding the truth. And that's what he does. Oppresses a man and his heritage. That's in the scriptures. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a scripture here. But he covers the faces of the judges thereof. Now, what I was going to say, Micah 2 and 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand to go around the world destroying icons. That's just evil, man. That's just wicked. And that's what they do. Because they're thieves and liars. They can't even own their own. You were the Romans, the Greco-Romans, and you're the Edomites. You never ruled in the Dark Ages. You're not the Israelites. Own it. But that's not. But you see, because they're thieves and liars, they'll steal from you, be in your house, and then, which is what they've done, and said, well, this was mine all along. You're an imposter. So you go back in your house. If your kids are chained in the basement, and then you're there like, well, this is my house, and everyone's like, are you off your head? Then no one believes you, and then you get your head put on a chopping block. So that's what he does. He says, and they covet fields, and they take them by violence in houses. You got Edomites saying, I'm South African, and we're getting impressed. What are you talking about, man? All these lands that you're in, you went there, raped, robbed, and murdered. Facts. Micah 2 and 2, and they covet fields, and they take them by violence in houses. Like in America, look at the North American Indians, man. But nobody cares. And in this realm that we live in, it's so dark and demonic, which is going to be destroyed, which all praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai for that. But Everybody's just filled with greed, lust, envy, wickedness, and all that, man. It's a demonic place. Micah 2:2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage. So somebody's doing that. And you Edomites are doing that. You're running around the planet. We're telling you we're the Israelites, and you're still trying to keep it under the rug. But the truth's come out, man. The truth's coming out. So you don't. And Esau knows the truth. That's why they buy these statues. They know what's going on, man. You telling me? And now when you pull out an icon to somebody in Europe, and we've done this, like let's say we're talking about like someone from Romania or Croatia or something like that. They'll say, yeah, they'll tell you, look, yes, we have those icons in my country. Now, whether you know what the hell it is or not, I mean, you should do. I mean, you're not blind. I mean, and that's the problem. That's what we say. What is it, the deaf adder? Because these Edomites, right? Like, we'll pull out icons to them, and they'll say, "Well, it was banned. The image was banned, or something." I mean, come on, man. How can you talk to somebody like that? How can you even have a conversation with somebody that's gonna be like that? But the truth's coming out, man. Like I said, if you look at this icon, you can clearly see this is so-called so-called black people, because we're not black, man. That word is just ridiculous. Anybody that's got melanin, which is a majority of people, if you will. Elam's got melanin. There's dark skin Elam. We're talking about the Persians, Iranian peoples, people in the Japhet on them islands, man. New Zealand and all that. They've got melanin. People in the land of Ham and all these different ethnic groups. So there are a lot of people that got melanin. Assyrians and all this, but they're running around and they'll just call you black. And that's just your nationality. When there's melanated or people with dark skin all across the world of different nations that are not a nation, they've got hue. Even you got so-called Chinese people that are dark skinned that are living in villages and all that. So for you to just call people black is just that's bullshit. That doesn't make no sense. That's a covering cast over the people, man. That's lies. Let me get that. Isaiah, where the hell is it again? I'll find it. I'm just trying to remember where it is now. But yeah, so basically, this is not the one I want. This is a good one. I wanted them to see Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. They turn everything upside down, man. They turn everything upside down, and that's how they get down. Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And the truth's coming out, man. First, the main thing about this is that the one the world calls Jesus Christ is from the tribe of Judah. He's dark skinned, and like you got a so-called black American. That's how he looked. So you saying it doesn't matter, or what does it matter for salvation? It's got nothing to do with the truth, man. The truth is the truth. It's all right so you're saying that, let's say Stevie Wonder. It's all right to just say, no, Stevie Wonder's is Chinese. I mean, it doesn't make no sense. I mean, we're adults, man. Let's act like adults here. You wouldn't like that, would you? If somebody was saying, if somebody, if someone goes up to you right now and says you're Chinese, you're gonna go, no, I'm not. Or you're this or you're that. You're gonna say, well, what are you talking about? You're gonna be angry at the person. So how is it not when we're bringing out this history and the fact that we ruled in the Dark Ages? How would you expect us to do? But that's why, man. That's why the judgment's coming now. So I'm gonna wrap this video up because I just wanted to bring you some points out. I'm gonna try and do an icon of the day. This particular video here is proof of, the fact that these Edomites know in these buttery neighborhoods. And you know what? These elites, these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, they hide in this stuff. They were going around destroying the icons all throughout Europe. And what do you think when these Edomites, through these conquistadors and this and that, when they were taking power in different provinces all over the world, because that was their time to rise. They had Oliver Cromwell, they had Christopher Columbus, they had the Borgias, all these they had the Ottoman Turks. What do you think these individuals were doing? They rose into power, man. These are prominent figures of the world changing from the Dark Ages to the system that you see now. And you got to wonder why they called it the Dark Ages. So anyway, I'm going to try and do a series with this stuff. Bring out some more scriptures. I'm going to still see if we can hit some of these spots up. But with the stuff that's going on, you never know. So pretty much, man. I'll probably do a part 2 to this. If there's anything I was supposed to say I didn't say. I'm kind of going in the spirit. Well, I'm going in the spirit. So, hey, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom.